Hi, you guys. This is the Midweek Check-In, and Shannon is gone. So it is me and Alyssa this week. Say hi.
Hi.
I'm Colby. I'm an intern here.
Yes, my name is Alyssa, and I'm Shannon's daughter.
Yeah, and we're going to have a good time.
Yes.
So, we're in Proverbs, and it
Yeah.
has been so good. What has been your experience reading Proverbs this week?
Yeah, so I've been reading in the Message version of the Bible, which was written by Eugene Peterson, or translated by Eugene Peterson. And what I love about it is that the verbiage, the language he uses is just so strong and kind of hits you in the face. And it's also very poetic. It's just a beautiful translation. But he does these little summaries before he actually goes into the book that he's talking about. And so for Proverbs, I just wanted to read what he had said. He talks about how wisdom is the term for this on earth as it is in heaven, everyday living. Wisdom is the art of living skillfully in whatever actual conditions we find ourselves. In matters of everyday practicality, nothing, absolutely nothing, takes precedence over God.
True.
I know. I really, really loved that. And just that idea of how wisdom can be taken into just the little things, the ordinary things. We don't have to wait for a huge decision in our lives to use wisdom, right?
Yeah. It's so funny you use the word everyday practicality because I feel like that's been my experience with Proverbs. Is like I started coming to church and I was like, where do I start? What do I do? What do I read? And they're like, well, there are 31 chapters in Proverbs. You can read one every day if you please. And so that has been like my experience with Proverbs before and now is like, it's a really good place to start. There's really good wisdom. There's really good places and spaces in there to just like seek out wisdom, like your mom was saying last week, is Proverbs and all of these wisdom books, Job's and Ecclesiastes, just really good places to seek out wisdom. And so I've been finding myself doing that, reading through it and kind of just absorbing all of the wisdom that comes through all of it.
Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, another thing that my mom mentioned last week is like, how do we pursue wisdom? And she really talked about pursuing people, whether it's people that are older than us who have had this life experience or friends, peers who are going through the same thing. And I just thought about how right now we're living in such a society that creates space for individuality and individualism. And that's very like praised and lifted up in society. And I believe our Lord calls us into something greater, something that is uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to pursue community. And I think especially with maybe older people, we feel like, oh, I'm nervous that I'm going to be told something I don't agree with or something that conflicts with me. Yet in Proverbs, it talks about iron sharpening iron. And I don't feel like that's a very cute image or a very safe image. And I think that's really what we're called into. So I was wondering, how have you experienced that iron sharpening iron in your own life?
Yeah. No, it's totally been in smaller groups of people with people that I feel safe around and can trust and really just feel good about reading things together and doing things together. Like right now as a staff, we were reading through a book called After Doubt by A.J. Swoboda. Very good. It's been recommended many times. I also recommend it. It's been really good for me. And then even as interns, we've walked through Rooted and done that. And it's just been so cool to absorb new perspectives that maybe I wouldn't have had outside of those things. And really feeling that like the sharpening of that can feel almost abrasive or rub the wrong way. But at the end of it, I'm so grateful that I have all of these new perspectives and all of these new things. And I was just really thinking like, what a good place to start in Proverbs that like you can find people around you and just read through these things and seek out that wisdom and do those things. So that's been really good for me. I hope this has been really good for you guys. We're new at this, we're learning and we were excited to be here. We hope you have a good week.
Thank you.
Bye.